Everybody, and once again it is your favorite gamer and streamer Squeaky G coming at you live on a somewhat sunny but kind of turning cloudy and rainy Tuesday morning here in the great Sunshine State. So today we are continuing on our series here on Elden Ring, and we're going to be hopefully wrapping up what we need to do to be getting our character set up and getting some things prepped. Big thing is, I've rewatched one of the guys I've watched last night and this morning, so I hopefully will be able to do the next couple steps correctly. There are some things we'll have to put off to later videos, but we'll explain all that when we'll get to it, and I think it's time we just dive right on in. I self-plugged on the last video, and I think by now you guys know the routine. If you're watching this on Twitch, hit that follow button, become a follower of the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube hit that like and subscribe button. As always, I could use your help on that, but let's get cracking. And, fun fact is yesterday I also re-downloaded Sea of Thieves, and I'm going to update Dead by Daylight today after this. So, maybe we'll have a lot more content coming out as well. Alright, so yesterday we left off here at the Round Table Hold. Just a quick recap on some things. I guess Dialos has now moved to his next location, which, if I'm correct, is the Volcano Manor. This guy is still here trying to peddle incantations for us. Our little quiet friend here is there. Our, I guess, leader now is in his room, and his room is opened. Our favorite finger ladies are still back here. And D is still sitting here. We still haven't jumped down here to death quite yet, and it looks like there's not many people who have jumped down here this early in the morning as well. And though the more important thing is our friend Rodriga over here, our spirit tuner, moved from her place over at the shack in Stormvale, now is here at the Round Table, and I actually forgot to explore down here. So let's take a peek. Let's see what we can find down here. Closed. Yep, as I suspected. And I'm not going to waste the stone sword key just quite yet. And that pretty much recaps what we did yesterday. Also, we were able to start equipping our Bloodhound Fang. We've got it up to level 4. We found the brass shield. And we've equipped the talisman that's increased a good amount of our stats here. And currently we have smithing stones 8 and 9. I think EG has... I need to go back to EG and see if he might have stone 5. I know 6 and 7 that you get from the Volcano Manor, which we'll at least try to unlock that area today. So, before we do anything else, yeah, let's run over to the Grace at the Road to Manor and visit with our blacksmith friend EG quickly. And if anyone's curious, it's coffee. It's almost 8:30 in the morning. I woke up at pretty much 5 on the dot. So, cheers. All right.
Brave tarnished, here to put my old bones to work again.
Yeah, he only has 3 and 4, so we need to find 5 and 6. Okay. I know at least maybe 5 or 6 is in the Volcano Manor, which is up in this area right here. But the moment that we come over here to the lift of Ducatus that leads to the Atlas Plateau, excuse me, we should be able to reach it. But, you know how yesterday I was talking about, there's a shield that I thought that was a brass shield that I'd have to have a specific Ash of War so I could use the Bloodhound Fang's Ash of War while having the shield. That is actually the Great Shield that is found here in Stormvale Castle. So, we'll have everything we need by the time we go to Stormvale. But the next thing on our list to do is to, now that we have that glintstone key, is we're just going to run through the manor, or we're going to run through the academy. We're not going to really concern ourselves with trying to fight anybody, but we're going to try to collect a couple items before we're basically thrusted into the area of the Volcano Manor. And then we'll be thrusted out. We'll come back here and do some leveling. And we'll probably take out that dragon that's right outside this fort here. That's going to give us a whole heck ton of a lot of runes to really get us overpowered and ready to go. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and head over there. Let's see if we can get rid of our runes with maybe throwing a couple things into our level. Nope, we can't level up. We can't buy anything, but oh well. We don't need these runes anyway. Alright. We're gonna light this grace here quickly, and then we're gonna run to the end of this bridge to get a golden seed. You never have too many golden seeds. Oh, I know one thing we need to do before we actually do this. We need to go get material from that river well so we can maybe at least get our wolves upgraded a little bit, our ashes. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go back to that river well that we found in episode 1 quickly. And just gather up all those materials down there. And then maybe that's what we can spend those runes on, so we don't feel bad about dropping 500 or so runes if we die, or when we die, actually. Because we are going to die. the ghost glowwort. That is what's one of the materials used. And another one of those summoning things. I don't do a lot of PvP in this game. For obvious reasons, I'm not that good at it, so... And then when we're good and ready to, we'll come back and we'll fight these enemies. I'm probably missing some things, but we'll come back to this area eventually. But yeah, let's mosey our way on out of here. And make our way back to the round table hold. Do I want to wait for the elevator? Probably not. We'll go ahead and just fast travel. Alright, let's go find Rodrigo.
Greetings. Are you here for...
I am here for... and I don't even have... I don't even have the... wow, okay. Is there anything I can spend 500 runes on that I will not mind having? I mean, I don't want to waste it on a store that I'm not going to use. So yeah, it looks like we will be losing 500 runes this episode. Alright. Kicking the butt there, but okay. Now let's go back to the main Academy Gate Grace. And for any experienced Elden Ring player, you guys probably know what's next, what's coming up. So you guys know the meme, you guys know the jokes. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh boy. Alrighty, ups we goes. How long it will take, nobody knows. I mean, to be fair, in all honesty, the map designs in this game are just spectacular. Alright. So yeah, we're going to make a mad dash up those stairs for that door. So 3, 2, 1, go! And now we're immune for a little bit as we open the door. We're gonna roll to our left here. We're gonna run over here to this Grace, light it. If we die, we die, but yep. And we died. But no big deal, because we're going to be respawned at Grace. There's an item out there that we're going to go quickly grab, and then if we have to reset the area, we'll reset the area. Probably not be doing a lot of fighting right now. Alright, so we're gonna run to the back here. There's a somber smithing stone 3. And we're just gonna reset the area. Now we're just gonna run through this area because these guys out here are they're just gonna try to give us a hug, and we don't want to be hugged right now. We like our personal space. This is probably gonna kill me. Nope. Okay. Nope. Gonna run behind him. Run up here. Ditch him. We're just gonna keep running. Ah, no. Come on. Oh, yep, no. As I thought, and as I expected. I think I wasn't actually in the right place, too. I think I turned a little too early on that. Oh, yep. Here comes the thunder. All right, let's Yep. Now all we have to worry about is just getting to that lift in time while being chased by the dogs. Oh, crap. Up. Nope. Ha-ha! Puppy dogs thought you could outsmart me, but I outsmarted you. ahead and like this grace here. And activate this summoning pool for when we come back. But let's rest, reset the area. And you know, why not? Let's, while we're up here, might as well take out these enemies. And I know what you're thinking, but Squeaky, they're not doing anything. They're minding their own business. Yeah, I know. Gonna take this all the way to the bottom. There's an item up here that we want to grab. And then all the way at the end of here, past this death machine, there's a talisman that we're gonna need. So let's make a run for it. Let's grab it. Now, I tried this long ago, and I think they updated this talisman to prevent people from doing what I'm going to show you. But we're going to let it, I don't think it did what it was supposed to do. We'll see. We'll see where we land when we wake up. Yep, the death machine did not do what it was supposed to do for us. That's okay, because we'll try it again. Why did I do that? Because we're going to die anyway. Boy, I can't wait to do the stream and video where we explore the entire castle here at Raya Lucaria. There we go. Finally, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Now, we're going to wake up here at the Volcano Manor, and as you can see, we are not able to fast travel anywhere else. So, typically what the cheese was is you would, take off all your unnecessary armor, unequip your weapon, and switch over to the cattail talisman. But now, apparently, that this talisman used to be able to make it to where you wouldn't die from a height, but now it doesn't. Let me try that for the stream, because this was how you would go and get, I think, Somber Smithing Stones 5, 6, and 7. Let me just try it. Let me do it one more time just for confirmation. Alright, let's run over here, jump over here, do it one more time, and then we will do it my new cheese. Yep. They must have realized people were getting overpowered way too early in the game because of this. And fix it to where it doesn't prevent you from dying when you fall down there. But no matter, because I found another way to get to where we need to go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this off. I'm gonna put this back on. We're gonna put our gauntlets back on. We're gonna put our chain armor back on, and we're gonna put our Bloodhound's Fang back on. And we have a lot of swords to sell. A lot of stuff that we really just don't need right now. We're just going to jump down here to avoid the bats. I hate the bats in this game. And we're just gonna jump down. Avoid these sluggies, because these sluggies are death. So is that fire. That's fire is death as well. Just gonna keep jumping down. Yep. Right into death. I should go back and try to make a death compilation video, but who has the time for that, you know? See, this is why we didn't want any runes on us. Oh, nope. Ah, shit. Later, world. Now, there's going to be one enemy here that we're going to try to kill. And then the Grace is over there. So as long as we can get to that, we're going to be safe. And then we can fast travel out of here. So, let's lock onto this enemy. Mirror. Ash of War, follow up, and we're gonna run like hell. And rest at the Grace to reset. Okay. Now that we've escaped that, I don't want to fast travel back there, I think. Let me quickly check my guide video on that, just to make sure I'm doing it properly and doing the next step properly, too. Alright, yeah, we are back at the main gate, and looks like we're going to be heading towards making our way to that grand lift now. Okay. And we're gonna teleport ourselves through this little seal snowflake thingy. Typically, you would grab a couple other somber smithing stones in there. Let me double check to make sure that it's somber smithing 5 that is down there. Because if that's the case, then I need to do my little cheese to the Volcano Manor. Just double checking my little guide video here. Making sure that where we have to go in the Volcano Manor is where that somber smithing smithing stone 5 is. Because right now we only have our sword up to level. Yep. That is somber smithing 5. That is at that location. So we will have to circle back to that later in this video, probably. Once we get access to the Grand Lift of Dukakis, or Dectus, or however one says it. But, few key notes that there's a finger reader here. There's this church right here with an item. And the way you really would want to access the lift is taking this like long way around, because there are a whole bunch of enemies on this road that we don't want to deal with right now. So, with that being said, let's go to the church. I love the churches. Any video game that has well-designed churches in it, I love them. So yeah, somber smithing stones 5 and 7 are in the Volcano Manor, and we will have to come back to them hopefully at the end of this video, at least for 5. 7 will probably have to get a little more leveled up and a little bit more powerful, because we all have to go through a, I guess, field boss or something to get to that stone. But yeah, they FromSoft must have fixed a lot of the cheeses that were that made it possible for you to get super overpowered in your first couple Huh. Oh, I thought there was an enemy that spawned at this church. Guess I was mistaken. Oh yeah, it's a church up in the capital region. That is So yeah, now we are going to make our way to the Grand Lift, and we're just going to do it in a way that we don't have to deal with a whole lot of enemies. Oh, a merchant friend.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
Oh, I'm not going to give you any trouble, I promise. I just want to see what you got for sale here, friend. Yeah. Nothing I can really afford or even use right now. But I got some things that I want to get rid of. All right, friend.
Well,
thank you.
Be on your way.
Let's go ahead and place a little marker here. I know that there's markers on the map, but I want to have a marker here in game on my compass. Rune Arc. Those are going to come in handy later after we clear Storm Veil. And now we've made it to the Grand Lift of Dectus. I don't know why I was getting Ducatus out of that, but Dectus is how it's pronounced. And, you know, typically if we wanted to make our way to the Volcano Manor, we would have to fight through that cave. But because we went ahead and got those two, here, let me get this bracelet and rest at it, and level up some things. Got those two halves of that amulet, we're able to skip all that mumbo jumbo. And yes, I'm using mumbo jumbo as a technical gaming term. Thank you very much. I'm gonna just throw those points into Dex right now. And let's talk to our girl Melina.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, the Erd Tree governs all. The choice is thine. Become one with the Order, or divest thyself of it, to wallow at the fringes, a powerless upstart.
Alright. While we're here, let's go ahead and throw some of the things we are wanting to keep. Because, you know, a lot of that will probably, if we respec our character, will come in handy. But I want to make sure I keep my inventory as clean as possible. And I don't think we did this last night, but let's read that invitation to the Volcano Manor. Oh, well, I guess we can. It's just letter of invitation to Volcano Manor. Okay. And let's go talk to our little ghost friend over here. Ghost friends are always good. Sometimes those give you little hints on where you want to go and how you want to get there, but I'm not in the mood to solve any ghost riddles today. Alright, the Grand Lift of Dectus. Let's launch this thing. Reminds me so much of Wizard's Chest in Harry Potter. Up we go! And we have reached the Atlas Plateau. Now these giants, they won't attack us. And yes, our friend is here. Good, good, perfect. Perfect. I don't know why I started doing that. There's a grace around here somewhere. There it is. Alright. I do want to do what the next step in this guide shows for this area at the Grand Lift before we go back to the Volcano Manor and do all that stuff. Because we need Somber 5 before we could really do anything else. I at least want to get my Bloodhound's Fang up to level 6 today. And it may may get some NPC things a little wacky, but I'm not going to worry about that because, you know, we're just here to have fun. I'm not trying to follow this guide step by step. This is just to remind me as we get started up, and then we'll kind of do this area by area, and I'll reference the guide from time to time, but right now I do need kind of the hint on just making sure I get my character as set up as possible. And as I said, this is a wretch, so it's basically started from nothing. Alright, so let's see. Because I know... Alright, so yep, let's go and... oh crap, where's the map for this area? That's the question. Should be, it should be on the road somewhere, according to the guide I'm watching. Or there should be another grace that we have to hit before we come near. Let me just quickly check on that. Yep. Let's go hit that other grace that's along the main road here on the Atlas Plateau. Wait. We're gonna go this way. I mean, this is an area that I would love to live in, like the tree in the background, this capital. Like, this is very medieval style architecture. It's just beautiful. We're gonna light this grace and reset because, as you can see, we've drawn aggro. Whew. We've had a number of close calls in this game, and we can talk to our girl here.
The Erd-tree is close, only a little further till the foot of the Erd-tree, and the accord is fulfilled. It takes me back. I was born at the foot of the Erd-tree, where Mother gave me my purpose, though now everything is lost to me. I have to ascertain for myself the reason for which I live, burned and bodiless.
I think that's, the entire quest of this game is going home. For Melina, going home to where she was born in the capital. For us, trying to go home and return to grace and become an Elden Lord. Or, in our case, Elden Lady. However you want to, whatever your preferred Elden term would be. Run up here and grabbeth the map. And we're gonna go run back to our grace, reset the area, and I'm gonna go see where we go next because it's a big boy there and we got his attention. And this area is, I don't want to say, it's like early, like it's mid to late mid game. I know that right now if we tried to fight any of these bosses, we would be hurting very, very, very bad. So let me go ahead and check what's next for us. after grabbing that map. And then we'll go back to that lift where the girl who we got the necklace for was, and believe it or not, she will take us directly to the Volcano Manor. We're not going to interact with any of the NPCs there. We're going to find a secret passage, and we're going to use that to get to an area of the manor that will take us to where we need to go. If we want to get our 5th Somber Smithing Stone. Alright, I actually missed where we needed to go next, but I do remember the guide mentioned there about something about a church in the area. Yep. Church here, and then we're going to go to this road that will lead us to climbing Mount Gelmir. So, let's go ahead and go to another church. While trying to avoid drawing the attention of our enemies here. I'm pretty sure if I try to jump down there from here, I'm going to die. But, you know, our noble steed protected us. We're going to grab this and go. There should be some wind that will take us up where we need to go. Yep, there it is. There's the wind. And I did that without even looking at the guide. I am a genius. Anybody watching this doesn't get that quote, you're not a fan of Halo. That reminds me, I should stream Combat Evolved, the whole Master Chief Saga, one weekend. Alright, Mount Gelmir. Let's go ahead and lighteth the grace here. I don't think there's any reason we should reset. Make sure there's nothing we need to of too importance. Back here. There are going to be those rolly death machines over here. We're just going to plow through this area, go to the ladder, and hope we don't die. Climb, 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 climb. Go, 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 go. Yep. Ooh, okay. That was a close one. All right, we made it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and hop up here. Light this grace here. hop on our steed and we're gonna collect these runes at this graveyard here. And we'll pick up this item here. Hey, bad wolf. Shite. I kind of had a feeling that that was going to happen too. Alright, let me see what else we need to do in the guide here. After we do this, I think after this part, according to the guide, we would go to where that dragon is, do our thing, well, get an item from the beginning area, then go to that, do our thing with the dragon, and get a whole heck of a lot of runes and experience. I want to do that first because I want to make sure I put some points into vigor, into my health, because we're going to need health to do the cheese that I came up with. Oh, and there's Somber Smithing Stone 6. That's where the 6th Somber Smithing Stone is. That's why we were to come up here this early. Alright. So we need only 5 and 7, and then 8, 9, and 10 come from another location, I believe. And I'm just watching the last part, see where we need to go after this. Alright, yeah. We're going to get ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the starting area here at the first step. And then we're going to go down on that beach to get the what they call the pickled fowl's foot. And I'll explain what that does when we get there. But let's throw some experience into the level. Let's get some vigor. I wanted to throw another into arcane, but that will have to do. I do want to get my vigor up. So right now, we have 17 vigor, 10 mind. That's basically our fate, our FP for our Ash of War and our summons. 15 endurance, 18 strength, 18 dex, 10 faith and intelligence, and 11 arcane. Not, not too impressive, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Alright, so now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to come to the very end of this beach. I do remember that there's also a merchant here and a cave here, and we're going to go ahead and discover that cave. That way we have it ready for when we do our, what we're going to do is we're going to do this entire area, Limgrave, everything here, the dungeons, all the side activities, explore. And then we're going to, hopefully, by that point, be ready to take on Stormvale Castle. But right before we do that, we'll get the 7th Somber Smithing, because we'll need that. We'll need our weapon pretty much ready at level 7 if we want to really beat Stormvale Castle and be successful at it. Because I'll tell you this, Stormvale Castle, Raya Lucaria, those are like the castles in this game are no joke. The rune bosses, no joke. Looks like my phone is lighting up with spam calls today. Hop down here and go to our little beach. Here is the pickled fowl's foot, and looks like these dead people are getting up. Let's make sure that they don't get back up. There we go. Alright, so what does the pickled fowl's foot do? Well, this boosts our rune acquisition for about like 3 minutes, so we're going to use it when we go and take out that big dragon outside that fort. And what we're going to have with that dragon, we're going to basically bleed him. Because our sword has that passive effect of bleed. So it will chunk down his health considerably as we... But I'm going to talk to our merchant friend over here. See maybe what I can buy for my
What do you need?
runes.
I don't want any trouble.
Ah, he's got our club. Do I want to buy the... Yeah, I'm going to buy the cookbook. Because we need those cookbooks.
Be on your way then.
And before I leave, I am going to put a little marker for our in-game compass there. And then let's just discover that cave, and won't do anything else but run in, run out, discover it. Here it is. I always almost miss it, or I do miss it. Sorry, dog. We'll talk to you later. You know what? Let's go take out these demi-humans. I know they're just sitting there minding their own, but I don't like them. Not after what they did to Boss. Kick him out of his home. Alright, now I believe we can... Let me put a little sword icon there because it's an area that we haven't cleared out yet. I believe now we can head back to this fort over here in the Kaylet area and just start, you know, whacking at our dragon friend. Let me just double check that with our guide and make sure that that is the correct next step. Yep. Alright, folks. Time to sit back and watch me whack at a dragon's tail. And that was a good show growing up, too. Anybody who was born in the 90s should remember Dragon Tales. stamina increase. Let me do my mixed potion here. Yep, see that we triggered our bleed effect. We're gonna get a ton of runes, a boatload, a ton, however you want to say it, we're gonna get a lot of them. And you see, if we were to be attacking this dragon from the other side, oh boy, it would be Dragon City in this area. Oh, see, we triggered our bleed again. But since we're doing it over here, we're pretty much invincible. Grandpa Dragon he's done. He's at the end of his life cycle. He's just like, make it quick. Even in on that health bar, because as you've noticed, we haven't eaten our pickled fowl's foot yet because it only lasts for a short time. We hit bleed and he's about at half health. Probably a little under half. But see, that's why I love the Bloodhound's thing. Because of the passive bleed effect. There we go, we triggered it again. It's about quarter now. Yeah, I want to go ahead and use it just to be safe. Probably could have gotten a couple more whacks, but with as much as the bleed does take down, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And either way, we're going to get a boat ton of runes, because when this guy dies, all the other dragons in the area go with him. Oh, yeah, that was a good chunk. Almost ready. If we can get one more bleed, that would pretty much take him out. Yep, there we go. We got another bleed. We got one last bleed on him, and he is going bye-bye. Now watch this. That gives us 100,000 runes to do with what we please. And what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to run over here. Typically, too, we'd be going back and upgrading our sword, but let's get that up. Let's get that up. Let's get that up. Let's get that. Yep, that should do it. And now, let's look at our stats. So we have 27 vigor, we have 15 endurance, 23 in strength, 24 in endurance, and 15 in our arcane. And probably not the best to be putting up, but I do want to make sure I'm taking every advantage of the bleed effect here, because we're going to need to take advantage of bleed as much as possible. And then when we clear the cave here, we'll be able to access the church here. And that's where those dragon hearts come into play. Alright, but now that we've done that, and now that we're a little bit more, we're a little less squishy, we could probably go back to the round table hold and buy the knight's armor off. And yeah, let's do that. Let's buy the knight's armor from our little finger ladies in the round table hold. At least let's buy the chest pieces. That way we have at least some protection for what we're about to do. Because we're going to probably die a lot. And I'm not going to go back there because that's part of another quest that I do not want to mess up right now. I want to purchase this first. Yeah, that was a good call. And I want to purchase this. This is really mainly just for PvP, but I like activating it and having it too, just in case I get invaded by another PvP player. Because we all know that PvP in this game can be a very toxic experience, and I don't want any toxicity on my stream. And we can always turn that off. But let's make sure, let's see what, so we have 3, 6, 8, and 9 smithing stones right now. And we need to go get our fit somber 5. So, to do that, this is a little cheesy, but this is the way I discovered how to finagle it to do what you want to do when they've patched something, and they'll probably eventually patch this, so this may not be relevant if you're watching this on YouTube in the future. Let's go ahead and put our knight's armor on. Yep, and we're still in the medium load. So we're not fat rolling. And we have a lot of protection. We're going to skip that little cutscene. We've already seen it once, so. Loading. Yeah, let's, I want to check to see what, so now we're at level 30, our character's at level 35, so. But we can talk once again with our friend here.
I've been waiting for you. I knew you had the stuff of champions. I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress. Give me your hand.
We're going to take her
I
hand
will
and she's going to
pray
teleport us.
that you follow the same path as Lady Tanith.
Alright, folks. Welcome to the Volcano Manor. What we're going to do is we're going to light this grace. And we're going to one of these rooms that will grant us access to a secret passage. It's locked. We may have to speak with some NPCs. Yeah, we need to speak with the head honcho, the head lady over here.
Brave Tarnished. Welcome to the Volcano Manor. I am Tanith, the proprietress of this house. Raya spoke well of you. A warrior of promise, I believe she said. Perhaps you are prepared to make a commitment. Will you join us here at the Volcano Manor and resist the tide? Why accept the burden of their grace, or be fooled by the dogmatic ramblings of the Fingers? Rise with us against the Erd Tree. Interesting. Your decision is most welcome. Now you belong to the Volcano Manor family. The drawing room lies down the hall. Make yourself comfortable, but be sure to earn your keep.
Alright, so now let's make sure we...
The drawing room, use the key. Use the key.
Yep, alright. So we're going to need to open this up. And open this room up. See how many of these rooms we can unlock with this key, because one of these doors there's a passageway. Ah, here it is. I think this is it. See that nice juicy damage? It don't look like much. But when we can take out 3 enemies like that in a swing in a very high leveled area, I consider that to be very juicy damage. This guy is going to actually drop us a weapon that will probably help what we have to do next. Ah, he got us with his bleed. Oh well. We'll still spawn back in the Volcano Manor. But I need what he has. I need it. for what I have to do. Because I figured this little cheese out when I was replaying this back in February, I think it was. February? Yeah, February. So. Okay. There we go. Got him. Actually, because this will lead us to a grace, and we'll level up at that grace as well. But see, this puts us in the one of the churches here in the Volcano Manor area. Let's go ahead and I want to level up my FP a little bit. I don't have enough runes still. Would you look at that? Well, crap. Alright, so this weapon, this has a FP power called Bloodhound Step. Which, is a really nifty tool for what we have to do next. So because what we're going to do is typically the cheese had involved us coming over to here, pretty much taking all our clothes off and jumping up on this wheel to try and jump up there to get that somber smithing stone. But they patched that, and since they patched the little fall area, somber 5 is all the way over there where those like cages are hanging from. So we're going to have to do a little lava walking, and the only way to do that is we're going to have to run through all these enemies to get down from this cliff to get down to the lava. So thank God that didn't kill me or do any health damage. Usually, when I first was working on trying to figure out how to do this cheese, I was getting attacked constantly by enemies. But we're going to have to do a little bit of the walking through lava. And I don't want to blow all my FP right away, and I have to remember what path is the quickest. Get over there. We'll run up here. Yep, I had a feeling that was going to happen. It's weird that that enemy was like right there. But you kind of see what I have to do now to get to that cheese. So now we have to go back without dying and get our runes back. Alright. So, yep, let's try this again. And we'll go ahead and activate this summoning pool while we're in the neighborhood. Yee, and there goes all those runes. Oh well. We'll recoup them in some way or fashion. We'll recoup them so we can get that sword leveled up. We've done pretty much what we can to get as overpowered stat-wise as we can right now, so that's covered. While we're in that neighborhood, let's get that golden rune 9. 9. Come on. Why is that enemy over? It should be all the way over there. Looks like we might have to fight him. Typically we don't, but... Come here. You slimy little turd. There we go. Not ideal, but, you know, gets the job done. Now we can go up here safely. I think that was their they're trying to patch that. But let's lure this big, beefy guy down. And that's somber 5. So we have 5, 6, 8, and 9. Why am I fat rolling? Either way, we do need to get to that bridge. To activate that bridge, just to make our lives easier when we come back. So we'll do all that just one more time. Alright. Yeah, it is that's what's giving me the heavy load. It's what I thought. Okay. Let me add another charge to my flask. Yeah, you thought you could get me now, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and remove that so we're back in our medium load and we're not fat rolling. Go ahead and get his aggro. We're not going to go into this church because that triggers a boss fight and we're not ready for that. But let's go ahead and activate this bridge, and we're probably going to get yeeted. Maybe not. Maybe we did it just in time. Either way, we'll be able to recollect our runes if we do die, so... Just imagine how hot that Manor bridge must be. Looks like he doesn't cross the bridge. Because what we'll do is when we're a little bit more a little bit stronger in a couple episodes, we'll come back here and we'll kick his butt. Rest and reset the area. All right. So that means we have in our inventory Sombers 3, we don't need that, but 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. We're only missing Somber Stones 7 and 10, and we'll get 7 pretty quick. But what we'll do now is we'll go back to our good friend EG here and upgrade our Bloodhound's Fang to at least level 6. Level 6 is a good place to be for that sword, with especially the stats that we have.
Brave tarnished. Here to put my old bones to work again.
Alright, so yep, we need more runes. Okay. So far we have a +6 Bloodhound's Fang, I think. Or at least a +5. So, with that being said, what we'll start doing in this episode, we'll start doing now, is we'll start exploring Limgrave. We'll explore some of our tunnels. We'll look for and try to meet some of our NPC friends, and we'll start exploring this southern region as well. So yeah, I think, actually, that would be a good place to, that's what that'd be a good place to start, is we'll make our way down here, get the map for here, and, start exploring some. We've already taken care of this Evergold here. We've already taken care of the gatefront runes. And we'll start looking for dungeons, and that in the Limgrave area, as we get prepped and ready to go do a attack on Stormvale Castle. Stormvale Castle. Quite the fun. Now that is the video that I'll probably have to rewatch and prep, so I make sure we cover everything. We get that great shield. So yeah, let's go ahead and call up on our horse, and we're just gonna follow the main road while taking care of some of these enemies. One hit. Love to see it. We're not going to worry about fighting our way across this bridge. We're just going to go for it. And now we have 2 stone sword keys in our inventory. But now that we're here at the Weakened Peninsula, we're going to meet another NPC who's going to give us a task.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn, to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander. I fear for father's life. The servants are full of wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe. Thank
We'll
you
deliver the letter.
dearly. Then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please. Please, he can be stubborn, but I'm sure he'll come around. Please, he can be
All
stubborn.
right. So, we've exhausted that dialogue. Yeah, right now we're just trying to gather as many runes as possible. Morningstar Mace. That's how you do it, guys. That is how you do it. First let's put our little NPC marker here. And let's go grab this map of the Weeping Peninsula. And there's a scarab that will drop an Ash of War. One hit on the scarab. Love to see it. And they're up there on that hill, that's Castle Morn. Or no, wait, no, that's just the rampart area. My apologies, folks. That is not the castle. Swipe this brace. Okay. Let's pull back a little bit to check the map here. Now what I would kind of like to do, also let's check this merchant's wares.
Buying or selling?
I think what we have on right now is actually better than what he is selling. I'll hold off on, once again, buying anything armor-wise. But, as you can see now, we have all of Limgrave and the Weeping Peninsula opened. What I'm going to do now, so I'm just going to go back here. Because there's a couple NPCs that have a quest. There's one NPC that has a quest line right here at the fort that we went to grab the first medallion at. I believe... I'm correct, if I remember, they're over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel back to the Third Church of America, right there, and we're going to go meet them and start their quest line. Alright. Call on our torrent here. Yeah, let's take care of Big Boy here. Don't stompy stomp me. And remember, we already freed our jar friend in the first episode.
Hello? Is anybody... Doing the great Kenny fight. The true order and repudiator of the false. Sucker. Hello? Is anybody there? Someone who might be... Great Kenny fight.
And we'll get to you in a minute, Kenneth. Let me take care of these demi-humans.
Oh, grant me. Hello? Is anybody there? Great Kenneth Haight, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Grant me succor.
Oh man, this guy is just...
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenny Haight, servant to the true. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor. Hello? Is anybody there? Servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no. No, the help help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Haight. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave. Untarnished, I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye? My fort lies to the south, beyond the mist. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Haight is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval. Yes, now allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage, though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it. What are you waiting for? My fort lies... What are you... My
All right.
fort lies...
So yeah, now we are tasked with retrieving the fort that we stormed to get the first half of the amulet in episode 1. So, I'm going to go ahead and put our sword icon down. And, yeah, we're going to fast travel. We're just going to go ahead and get this fort cleared out and progress his quest till it ends, unquote. So, yep, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go Leroy Jenkins into it. Remember, we already grabbed that golden seed, so we don't need to worry about that. And we got a pumpkin head. Ooh, one shot. Bad rat. Rats! Rats! Let me take care of the guy up top first. With these exploding barrels, I don't want to be caught anywhere near them if they go off. Yeah, his sword had a Ash of War called Bloody Slash on it. Take down that big boss guy, huh? Alright, no enemies in here. Got the Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 6, which always never have too many of these cookbooks. Let's go ahead and just to be safe, on the safe side. Don't want anything exploding on us. A smithing stone one if we ever need it. I'll probably use it to upgrade my shield, to be quite honest. Oh, we gotta go let's take care of our little archer buddy here. And take care of the little bolt caster, or whatever you call the big bolt throwers like that in medieval times. All right. Let's climb up here quickly to make sure we got everything looted. Yep. All right, we'll travel back to our good friend Kenneth. And let him know that his fort is cleared. Oh, big boy's back. Love it when I can do that and not take a single lick of damage. Alright, now that that's cleaned up,
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
oh, that's new.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Earth Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Haight, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
All right.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erdtree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not? Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erdtree blessed. Right then, time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. Right then, I've much...
All right. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this grace. We're going to... Let me clear that since we don't need it. And I think when we arrive at this grace, this guy should be at this fort. Yep. Like the demi-humans took down a giant and having dinner. Man, I love this sword. Huh, the explodey barrels respawned.
You, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort? Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Haight issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I must begin my search for a true...
And my first playthrough, when I did all this, I actually killed him because I was so angry. But it is always ill-advised in this game to kill the NPCs, so... Alright, so next, what I think we're going to do... We have these runes here. We have these runes here, which don't really grant you a reward, but it's really a trap. But what I want to do is I want to come over here because I believe that there's an NPC that has an important to do in this area, right here. And then there's some dungeons along this coast. I want to explore a little bit of the Storm Vale area. As we, and maybe do an Evergold or two as we get close to our wrapping up things. But we've already completed this fort here. So, yeah, let's do the Waypoint Ruins. And then we'll go find the NPC and do some caves and that. And I think that's where we'll call it a day with completing what we needed to do and starting our exploration of the Limgrave area. But first, actually, now that I have the runes to do it, I'm going to slap that 6th somber smithing stone onto my sword. Make sure I'm all powerful and ready to kick some butt. I think you can only do it at EG. Let me go back to EG and let him see if I can do it there. There we go. Yep. Now we just need the 7th. Alright, we'll save some of our other smithing stones and that for when we get that great shield from the castle here. What I'm gonna do is put a skull there because that's a castle that we're gonna have to clear. Alright, so yep, let's fast travel here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a waypoint down there. And we're just gonna go to the waypoint ruins and we're gonna clear them out. No one's a match for me right now in this area. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these guys alone for now, and I'll come back and take care of them at a later time. Alright, let me go ahead and activate this summoning pool. Get away from the poison, get away from that. Poison status, go down a little bit. hate those plants, as does everyone in this game. And if I'm correct, this is the rune that has the sorceress lady under him. Oh, there it is. Alrighty. And we got a pumpkin head, but look at that damage. Dead. Let's light this grace. And open up this door. Yep, I was right. And we meet our sorceress.
Tarnished, are we? No wonder you should turn up here. I am Selen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
We'll go ahead and say we want to learn sorcery.
A yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me? Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle, or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
And we're just going to leave it there because if we
Young apprentice.
give
First
them
things
anything,
first.
if those
You
we give
are
them any of
tactful
their
when it
scrolls,
comes
it's just
to
going to
magic.
make them move quicker,
Infantile.
earlier to another location, and we're not
Without
ready
the
for
legs
that.
to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we?
All right. Let's rest here at this grace. Can we level up? No. We still need about like 2,000 more runes before we can do that. All right. We can go ahead and take our sword off there since we've cleared that. Put a waypoint there. Fast travel to that grace. I believe this is where the NPC that has an important role in the next. Yep.
You must be the new Tarnished. You do well to steer clear of a Gill Lake, fledgling. A dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Don't be a fool. Turn back before it's too late. Don't be a...
Alright. I think that's the correct NPC. Yeah, that's the correct NPC that will help us. Because we're going to go down into this area. And we're going to battle our first hunter. While steering clear of that lake, because we're not quite ready to fight with that dragon. Alright, and this is going to be our first invasion. It's going to be a PvE invasion, so... Typically, you're to survive this fight long enough for the NPC we just spoke with to join us, but we are going to end it early. Ah! I got a little overconfident. I was confident I wasn't being reactive to that fight, and I died. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go back, get all my runes, defeat that bad guy, and survive. And that's probably a sign that I'm getting tired. So probably after we get this done and discover this cave, well, this is where we're going to go ahead and call it. And we'll pick up, hopefully, one day, either on Saturday or Sunday with this. I'm still planning to do No Man's Sky on the weekend, and maybe give Fallout another try. So. There we go. Got him. He's dead. That NPC. The NPC that's supposed to help us out should be... He's right here.
Ah, we meet again. To have fought Nereus and lived. You must have seen your share of battle. I am Yura, as you might recall. Hunter of bloody fingers. Tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots, who stalk their own. You stay the path. You are certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. Be on your way. Perhaps we will.
Alright. Now there is a cave back here I want to at least hit the grace on, and there's another grace up here on the cliff that I want to get to before we call it. Alright, well, let's hit this grace. I'm going to place a few map markers on my map, and then we're going to go ahead and, yeah, I think this is a good place where we can call it. I think we definitely got a lot of what we wanted to do accomplished today. So, what we'll start doing in the next couple episodes is we're going to explore all of this area and all of this area and that should help get us ready to go tackle the boss we need to tackle to get to the Somber Smithing Stone 7. Once that's done, get leveled up just a little bit more, and I think at that point we'll be ready for an episode dedicated to our journey through Stormvale Castle. And speaking of leveling up, let me throw a point in endurance here. But I think for today, this will do it. I'm a little tired, and I still need to get this all thrown in the software to edit. I need to get Dead by Daylight updating too. So I hope to see you guys this weekend. I have the 3 days off, barring any complications at work. Knock on wood. So, with that being said, once again, it's been your favorite gamer and streamer, Squeaky G, coming at you live with some Elden Ring. We did a lot of good work today. If you're living in Florida, stay dry today. If you're living anywhere else in the United States, stay cool, make sure to hydrate, stay safe, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Tuesday. All right, folks. See you later.